Hey you guys, first of all, I moved my yucca plant from back here because I felt like it was dying. I moved it into my living room where I think it gets more light, and then I just put my pothos back here. That's not going to be there permanently, but until I have like another plant for my background, that's what we are dealing with. It looks so plain in the background now. I don't really like it. Welcome back to Foundation February. I'm going to be doing another video for my drugstore makeup collection series that I've been doing. I've done bronzers, highlighters, blushes, I think, and now I'm doing foundations. I realized pulling out all my foundations that I have way too many, like way too many foundations, and I need to declutter this. I'm going to be doing both. Like, I'm going to be showing you guys my collection, and at the same time I'm going to be decluttering it. This video will follow the same format as my other drugstore makeup collection videos. I'll show you guys all of the foundations in my collection, and I'll give you guys a mini review on each of the products. It's going to be a long one, so let's just jump right into it. This is the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25-hour foundation. I have mine in the shade 200 Soft Beige. I really like this foundation, and I haven't used it for about 2 years, and I'm sure it is no longer good. So I think I'm going to toss this one or give it to a sister who doesn't care about the expiry dates. If I haven't reached for it in like 2 years, then I'm not going to reach for it anymore. But from what I remember, I really like this foundation. It used to be one of my favorites. It lasted really well on my skin. I don't even know if Rimmel still sells it. I hope they do, because it's quite a good foundation. By the way, I should have mentioned I'm not going to be talking really about powders or like powder foundations unless I strictly use them as powder foundations and not like setting powders. And I'm not going to be talking about BB creams, CC creams, or tinted moisturizers. I feel like that's a different category, so I will do a separate video on those. These are strictly foundations. They're marketed as foundations, and they have to have foundation somewhere in the title. That's what we're talking about today. I also have this one from Rimmel. This is their Lasting Finish 25-hour breathable foundation. Again, I got it in 200 Soft Beige. I actually want to pull this one back out. I really liked it from what I remember. Or maybe I didn't. I don't know. I feel like I need to test this one out. It's not as old as that other one. Probably keep this one and start wearing it again just to remember how I feel about it. I honestly cannot remember. I think I have a video on this one actually. I think I want to keep this one and try it out again. I have these two from e.l.f. I think they've rebranded these. They don't say anything on them, but I think these are like their Flawless Finish foundations. I have two shades because I couldn't find my real match, so I like kind of took a light one and a dark one and mixed them. This is the shade Buff, and this is the shade Porcelain. I remember really liking these. The only thing is I feel like it's quite heavy, and it felt a little heavy on my skin. Like, it looked beautiful, and I remember really loving it in videos, but like wearing it for videos, but in real life, I felt like it just sat heavy on my skin. I think I am going to I don't know. I think maybe I'll keep these and see if I can start wearing them more often. I don't know. Or maybe I should just declutter them. This is going to go into my maybe pile. I have to decide what to do with these ones. I don't know if I should keep them or not. I feel like I should because I don't really have anything from e.l.f. And e.l.f. doesn't really have a lot of foundations out, but we will see about those. I do have these. These are like my only other e.l.f. products. This is their acne fighting foundation. They never say what they are on the packaging, but this is the shade Caramel, which they actually sent me by accident for free. I didn't purchase this. And then I have the shade Buff. I really like this foundation. I don't know if e.l.f. still sells it, so I don't really talk about it in videos anymore. It's also like kind of an older product, but I remember really liking this foundation, and it looks beautiful on the skin. I don't really know if it fights acne, but it was a really nice, flawless looking foundation. I am going to put this in my maybe pile as well. I don't know if I'm gonna keep these. I feel like I haven't reached for them in so long that even though they were really good, I don't think I need them. Honestly, I'm just gonna get rid of both of these foundations. I just never wear them, and I don't really need to keep hanging on to them, and I'm sure e.l.f. will come out with something amazing in the future for foundations. Let's talk about NYX. I have the NYX Total Control Drop Foundations. I have two shades, and I don't remember why. This shade is Light, which is way too light for me, and this shade is True Beige, which I remember being really yellow and not being my match either. I like this foundation. It's super lightweight. It has pretty decent coverage. It looks nice on my skin. So I want to keep these. I'm going to have to pull them out and start using them again. I probably wouldn't repurchase them because they were quite expensive and they come with like less than half the amount of products you normally would get in a foundation. I wouldn't repurchase them for that reason, but I do like this foundation and I'm gonna keep it. It did work really well with my skin. Also from NYX, I have their Can't Stop, Won't Stop full coverage foundation, which I really like. I'm definitely keeping this. I think it looks beautiful on the skin. This is the shade Natural, which is like my perfect skin tone match. Like this is my perfect match. Out of all my foundations, this one, it matches my skin tone the most. It wears beautifully throughout the day. It feels nice on the skin. It has really, really good coverage. And yes, I'm keeping this for sure. I love it. And the last NYX foundation that I have is another one that I really like. This is their Born to Glow Naturally Radiant foundation. This is in the shade Nude. Love this foundation. It looks so stunning on the skin. It's dewy, but it lasts really well. It has really, really nice coverage, and I love this one. It's probably one of my like all-time favorite foundations. I really, really like wearing that. That's all my NYX stuff. Let's talk about L'Oreal. I have a bunch of L'Oreal foundations. Oh no, maybe I don't. I think I got rid of a bunch of like my L'Oreal foundations, but this one I still have. This is the Infallible Total Cover Full Coverage Foundation, and this is in the shade 303 Nude Beige. I think I like this. I don't know. I can't actually remember how I feel about this. I feel like I'm gonna have to pull this one back out and start using it again just to kind of remind myself. I feel like I did like it though. It wore really nicely, it had good coverage, and it had a nice finish. So I think I want to keep this one, test it out some more. I really just need to start using up foundations. This is gross. Like looking at all these foundations is kind of grossing me out right now. L'Oreal Stick Foundation. This is their Infallible Stick in the shade. It's so hard to find the shade names on these. This is in the shade 402 Nude Beige. I really like this foundation stick. I think it looks so beautiful on the skin. It just has this most flawless finish to it. I'm definitely going to keep this. And then my all-time favorite L'Oreal foundation is their Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear. This is in the shade 455. I think this is a stunning foundation. It's definitely one of the better quality foundations at the drugstore. It has a beautiful natural finish. It has really nice coverage and it lasts forever on the skin. So I want to keep it because I haven't really found another foundation that looks and feels just like that one. Okay, I think that's all of my L'Oreal stuff. So let's talk about Maybelline. Maybelline is huge. I have a lot of Maybelline foundations. Well, I did. I think I got rid of a bunch. I think I like decluttered my collection recently because I feel like I'm short a bunch of foundations. Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Foundation. This is in the shade 120 Classic Ivory. I really don't understand Maybelline's like shade system. Classic Ivory I feel like is never my shade in any range, but for some reason in Maybelline, like this is a pretty good match for me. I like this foundation so much. It's really, really good. It's one of my favorite, probably like my second favorite Maybelline foundation that they have out there. Has really nice coverage, lasts a really long time, and it's just a good classic foundation. I feel like you can't really go wrong with this, and I'm obviously gonna keep it because I really like it. It actually sits on my everyday makeup drawer. I don't wear it every day, but I like having it handy because it looks really good for special events and things like that. I have the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover Full Coverage Protective Sunscreen Foundation. This is in the shade 220 Natural Beige. I love this foundation. This one is my most favorite Maybelline foundation. It is a little bit dark, so I like to wear this one in the summertime. It's like part of my like summer foundation collection, and yeah, really, really good. Would definitely recommend this one. Plus it has really travel-friendly packaging. Love squeezy tubes like this. Not the ones that have a pump on the end, but the ones that are just like squeeze out foundations. This is a really good product. Definitely pick it up if you're looking for a good drugstore foundation that has SPF in it. Actually, this is the one I'm testing out right now. It's like on my face right now. It's the Maybelline Dream Radiant Liquid Hydrating Foundation. It's in 35 Nude Beige. I'm gonna keep it because I don't know how I feel about it yet. I am testing it out. I'm literally wearing it for the first time today. This has been on my face for about almost like 5 hours and it looks pretty decent. So we'll see how I like that one in the future, but I'm gonna keep it obviously because it's new and I'm testing it out this month. And that is everything from Maybelline. I thought I had more. I only have 3 Maybelline foundations. I feel like I'm missing something. Oh no, I do have more. The Maybelline Super Stay Multi-Use Foundation Stick. This is in the shade 220 Natural Beige. This one, I don't like it as much as the L'Oreal stick. The color is definitely too dark, so I have to wear it in the summertime. But maybe in the summer, I'll start liking it more. I really didn't reach for it at all this past summer, so I don't know. I also don't like the packaging because it wastes a lot of space with this like sponge tip. And you really don't get that much product in it, so I don't know. I'm gonna keep it as part of like my summer foundation collection, but not like the biggest fan of that one. That is Maybelline done. Next, let's talk about Covergirl. I really only have like 3 products from Covergirl. The first one is their True Blend Matte Made Foundation. I have mine in the shade M10. This is very nice, like a very, very nice foundation. Really good quality. Like I don't really like Covergirl that much as a brand, but I feel like when they launched this one, it was in the middle of their like rebranding, and this is such good quality. Mine's a little bit old now. I feel like I've had it for a while, but I still really like it and I'm gonna keep it. This is the Covergirl Outlast Active 24-Hour Foundation. This has SPF 20 in it and it's in the shade 825 Buff Beige. This one's also really, really good. I feel like this is meant to be like a workout foundation or when you're being active and stuff. And this one does last really, really nice on my skin. I actually think I might like it more than that matte made one. It's sweat proof, transfer proof, and humidity proof. And I actually remember that being the case. I also love the packaging of this. And yeah, I want to keep this one. I'm gonna actually pull this one back out and try and wear it more often. New this month that I purchased for this year is the Covergirl Clean Fresh Skin Milk Nourishing Foundation. This is in the shade 550 Light Medium. This is definitely more of a BB cream, but because it says it's called a nourishing foundation, that's why I'm including it in this video. I'm pretty sure you guys have already seen my wear test and review on it, but I really liked the way this one feels on my skin. I like the way it lasts, and I just love this foundation. It has really light coverage, which is kind of perfect for like work when you don't want to have like a mask face on. I don't know, I'm kind of torn. Like sometimes I really like light coverage foundations and sometimes I like things that are more medium. I'm always like on the fence about what to like more, but I really do think this is a good product. So pick it up if you're someone who likes lightweight, light coverage, BB cream style foundations. From Physicians Formula, I have the Healthy Foundation. This is in the shade MW2. This is so good. This is like one of my all-time favorite foundations. I feel like I have about like 5 all-time favorite foundations, and this is definitely one of them. It has like a satin finish, but it just looks so good on the skin. Like it's kind of hard to describe. One of the better quality foundations at the drugstore. Like it feels more luxurious than a drugstore foundation. So keeping that one for sure. And then I have the new that I'm testing out this month. This is the Physicians Formula Natural Defense Sheer Line of Defense Foundation Sunscreen. It has SPF 30 in it. I saw it on like the Ulta website and it just like really interested me. I have only worn it once so far and I definitely need to test it out more, and you guys will see how it performs in the wear test video that I have yet to film. This is in the shade Light, by the way. I'm really excited about this. I feel like I'm going to like it. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe at this point you know how I feel about it already, but in my timeline, I feel like I might really like this one. I have 2 Wet n Wild foundations. This is the Wet n Wild, no, 3. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation in the shade Soft Beige. You know what? I don't like this foundation. I don't like the way it looked on my skin. I honestly don't like the packaging with the paddle. The smell, like it smells like paint. I think I'm gonna declutter this one. I just don't like it. And I feel like a sister or someone would really like this product, so I'm gonna add this to like my decluttering pile. I also have their Cushion foundation, which is in the shade Nude Beige. I just don't wear cushion foundations that often, but this one was really, really nice. Like I remember really liking it. I think this is gonna be more of like a summer foundation, so I'm gonna add it to my summer pile. This is the only cushion foundation that I own, so I kind of want to keep one in my collection. New that I'm gonna be testing out this month is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Dewy Foundation. It pretty much looks the exact same as their like original one, but it's just dewy, so maybe I will like this one more. I don't know. I have the shade Golden Beige, which I think might be too yellowy for me. I haven't actually even tried this one yet. I'm gonna keep that one out and test it this week, and I'll let you guys know in that video how I feel about it. Some Makeup Revolution, I Heart Revolution, Revolution Pro, that brand. I have their Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation. This is in the shade F8.5. I think I'm actually going to give this one to a sister. This one I don't like as much as I like their hydrating one, which I'll show you in a second. It was pretty good. It's just not like one of my all-time favorites. It's just an okay foundation to me. I also have their Conceal and Hydrate version, which is in the shade F7. And this one I really like. I feel like this foundation looks so good on the skin. I wear this one for special events all the time. It just looks so, so good. It sits on my everyday makeup drawer, and whenever I wear this one, people always compliment my skin, so it's really, really nice. I love this foundation. It's one of my all-time favorites for sure. And then I also have their Matte Base Foundation. This is also in the shade F8.5. I think I want to pass this one on to a family member. I feel like they would like it more than me. I just did not really like it that much. I actually have a full review and wear test out on this one, and yeah, I don't know. It just wasn't like my absolute favorite. I feel like I just don't really like matte foundations that much, and I just really haven't used it since that video. So I'm going to give this one away. I have their Fast Base Foundation in the shade F6. This is a very pretty creamy foundation stick. Like, it's creamier than those other two I showed you. I actually do like the way this one looks on my skin, so I'm going to keep this one. Especially like stick foundations are really easy to travel with or bring with you in like your overnight bag because they're so like portable and convenient. So I'm going to keep that one. Then I have the Revolution Pro Foundation Drops, and this is in the shade F8.5. I need to wear this one more. I feel like I didn't wear it enough to really know how I feel about it. Plus, I don't have anything really from Revolution Pro foundation wise, so that one is going to stay. We're almost done. This video is taking years. I've gotten rid of a couple Revlon foundations in the past, but the one that I've kept through the years is their Colorstay Whipped foundation. Do you guys remember this one that's like in a jar? This is in the shade 320 Warm Golden. I am sure this one has expired. I don't really know how I don't really know about expiry dates. Like, I know some people are really like, you need to throw it out after it expires, but like, does it really expire? I don't know. Or is it just like a way for companies to cover themselves and get you to buy their products more often? I don't know. It's probably really actually expired. This is such a nice foundation. It looks so, so, so good on the skin, and it's actually the only Revlon foundation that I've ever really liked. You know what? I'm just gonna keep it for nostalgic reasons. Like, I probably shouldn't, because I really don't wear it that much anymore. I used to wear it all the time, but it's just so good. It's just such a nice foundation, and I don't even know if they sell it anymore, that I just want to keep it. From Milani, I have their Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation. This is in the shade 02 Natural. I am going to get rid of this one. I actually didn't like it. I didn't like the way it looked on my skin. I'm not really the biggest fan, so I'm going to give this one away. And I also have their Screen Queen Natural Finish Foundation in 220 Natural Beige, which I tested out this month. So I am going to keep this one, obviously, because it's new. I liked it so much more than their Conceal and Define, so I'm going to keep this one. And then the last foundations are all just like random foundations that I have. This one is the LA Girl Pro Matte Foundation in the shade, what shade is this? Bisque. I don't like the way this one looks on my skin. Like, the color, it's just a terrible color match for me. I don't know what I was thinking. It's so hard to purchase foundations online. I remember it looking pretty good on my skin though. I just don't like the color, and I just don't reach for it anymore. So I'm gonna give this one away. Then I have the BH Cosmetic Liquid Foundation in the shade 212 Light Olive, and I really like this one. I feel like I've used so much of it already. This is a really nice foundation, and I'm gonna keep it because I love the way that it felt thick, but it felt light, and it was really thin once it got blended out. So I'm just gonna keep this one because I do remember really liking it. The the Flower Light Illusion Foundation. This is in the shade M2 Soft Sand. This is a really, really good quality foundation. It kind of reminds me of the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation, just like the way it feels and looks on my skin. Color on this one is a little bit like too golden and dark for me. Still really like it, so I'm gonna keep it. I don't own anything else from Flower, so I might as well keep it. Catrice HD Liquid Cover Foundation in the shade Sand Beige. Again, I actually do like this one. When I first tried it, I remember not liking it, but then after a while, it's really nice. It's a good foundation, and it lasts really well on the skin, so I will be keeping this guy. The Aquassurance compact foundation from J-Cat Beauty. This is like a powder, but it is a foundation, and I only really wear it as foundation. I'm gonna keep it because it's the only product like this that I own, like a powder foundation, that I actually wear as foundation. This is in the shade Natural. And last is the Makeup Revolution Water Blend Foundation in the shade Y325. I don't think I'm gonna keep this one. I know it's like high-end, it's like the only high-end product that I own, but I just never wear it, and I feel like a sister or someone would really like this. It feels weird getting rid of it because I like try to keep high-end expensive makeup as long as I can, but I am gonna get rid of this one. That is everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's disgusting. I have way too many foundations in front of me right now, but I'm getting rid of at least like a third of them, I think. Probably weed through and get rid of more behind the scenes. Right now, as I'm looking through this, I feel like I can still cut down a bit. But yeah, that is everything. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed Foundation February. Thank you so much for watching and following along this month. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I will leave my handles here as always. Please subscribe if you would like to see more videos, and I will see you in my next one.